Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brenda. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. So, I talked to our last Friday freebie, Friday winner, and she does live in Australia, and she wanted me to go ahead and draw for a new winner. So I am going to, and I thank you very much, Marilyn, for being gracious enough to withdraw and let me draw a new person. So I did go ahead and had Laura draw a new winner. So I wanted to introduce you today to the new winner of last Friday's Friday Freebie. So our winner is Renee Wright. Renee Wright, you are the winner of last Friday's Friday Freebie. So if you will, at the end of this video or down below, I will put my email address, and if you will email me your address, I will get this last Friday's freebie right out to you. Renee Wright is the winner. Congratulations. Okay, wanted to get that out of the way, and then I wanted to show you my Attic Finds journal that I think I'm just about complete with. This was way out of my wheelhouse, but I did do it. I love how it turned out, and I wanted to share it with you all to get your take on it. Like I said, it was way out of my wheelhouse, but I really had fun putting it together, and I wanted to do a little flip through. So these beautiful attic pictures came from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I absolutely love that digital pictures of attic scenes. So that is where I got that beautiful picture from, and I added a little bit of vintage fabric down here with a rusty pin and some vintage motif up here, and a very vintage button added to it. I don't know if you can see it, but right there. I thought that went really well with the little crocheted motif. Loved it. Some vintage lace, eyelet lace on the side here. And I had done this previously before I added this other stuff, so I just left that where it was. I liked the way that looked. I have done it, the whole thing, in some coffee dyed ticking. Sorry, the words are going to come hard for me now. So that is the soft cover. It is 5 layers, which you can tell on the inside. It has a layer of, it has the ticking, and then it has some padding, some quilt padding, and then it has some pretty fabric next, and then to top it all off, no, we have the, we have the coffee dyed cheesecloth before the fabric. So after the cheesecloth, then we have the pretty fabric. And the idea of that is so when you make the ratty holes in your cover, some of the beautiful flower fabric or whatever you use will show through, which is what it does here. And I absolutely love how it turned out. This is coffee dyed on top, coffee dyed muslin, and it had been carefully baked in the oven after to dry it. And this is how I got these beautiful markings on it. So yeah, I was very, very pleased with that. And then over here we have a ball pen with a couple of keys attached there. Here's some more of that eyelet fabric is what I call it. And then some vintage ticking with little red hearts, and some oh, what would you call this cloth, this fabric? Plaid, I guess I would say. Some red plaid. And these were all coffee dyed. So that's there. This is just a piece of black cardstock, and I attached some red fabric at the top here, some ticking. Here we have a postcard from maybe, I really can't read the date. It looks like it might be 14. Verovia. I have no idea. But I know it's vintage. And it is written on the back. And this is, it doesn't tell me, where does it say? Oh, here it is. It's Roma Basilica Ois Paola. No clue, but there you go. It's beautiful, beautiful architecture there. This is the large tag that we made together. I wanted to add that in. Coffee dyed line paper. This is from one of the coffee dyed papers from, is it Victoria? Does it, Triple V Vintage. Triple V Vintage. I love her coffee dyed papers. This is a dictionary or encyclopedia page that has been bent in certain places to look like it has been sitting in the attic for a while. This is a CD envelope that has a picture of a stained glass window on the inside there, and some Tim Holtz paper on the outside. This is Sears catalog, a page out of Sears catalog. This is a little duffer that is printed out. I can't read what it says there, but I thought he or she was absolutely adorable. And I added a little piece of vintage fabric that came from one of his or her shirts. And then we have a piece of ephemera from Roxy Creations. That is behind there. And that goes like that. This is just another piece of, what is this paper? I can't remember what it's called. I have to remember too much. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, this was an original writing, script writing on a piece of very vintage paper. And I put some faux tape on that. That sits right in there. Some ledger paper, coffee dyed. Just about everything is coffee dyed in this book. It is a Grungy Attic Find. So probably everything, just about everything is coffee dyed. So this came from, I think this was also Sweet Pea Curiosities. Came with the, I'll have to look at this and see if it did come from Sweet Pea Curiosities. If it didn't, then I will list below where I got this. This is more like attic things that you would find up in the attic. And on her picture here, we have a very tiny picture of her boyfriend in Paris. down here. I don't know if you can really see it that well, but that is that. And then here we have a 1924 letter to the missus from, to the miss from her boyfriend. Just, this is all just, made up stuff. This is real. This is a real, an original from 1924. And some of our S&H stamps, only they're from somewhere else. Top value vintage stamps, go right in there. Ledger page. This is some Tim Holtz paper, coffee dyed strip of fabric here. This is from a children's book page, vintage. This is like a roll-off sheet that I had laying underneath, doing some painting or some stamping or whatever. I put this in there. And this is from that same maker as the picture frames. I wish I had the name of that person, but I don't. So in here we have Boston Seamen's Friend Society. We have a let's see, evidence of one of my dependents, and this is from 1948. This is an original. This is an original piece of ephemera with a, I'm not sure what that is, a receipt or something from 1954. And I loved, the looks of it and everything, so I left that attached. And those slide right in here. Got quite a few original ephemera in here. Coffee dyed paper. This is a vintage crochet, from a vintage crochet book. This is a tag that I made from a repair tag, and this got some fabric swatches. It's got a Tim Holtz little woman here with modeling a dress. I've got some Tim Holtz tiny little bulldog clips. They are absolutely adorable, and that holds this in place. That's some Tim Holtz paper behind, cardstock, and this is on a shorthand page. Over here on this side, oh, and I have a little Singer sewing machine attached to this bulb pen. I wish that this pen would lay flat. It's giving me a, see if I can twist it around. Well, I'll do it afterwards. Right now, it's just giving me a hard time, so I'm not gonna mess with it. This is I think it is I don't know if it's an original. It looks like an original. It's a needle, a little needle holder. Needle book is what it is. So I added that with the little buttons here to go along with the sewing theme on the other side. And that's a little Tim Holtz paper clip that attaches this to the page. There we go. coffee dyed paper with a strip of fabric going down the side. This is an original picture of a couple and a little journal card and some more writing space, couple of writing spaces here. And this is a very old, looks like a letter of some kind. And it looks like it's in a different language than I've ever seen, so it is not anything that I can read to you, but that is an original. And this is an original antique book page from Roxy Creations. She is where I get a lot of my vintage book pages and such. That tacks right up there. That is a rusty paper clip from Triple V. In this fabric pocket here, I have this old crochet motif that I glued on there. Here is another one of these original pictures. I think that is another picture of her boyfriend. We have an old vintage flower, came from a flower book. I love these. They came just like this, little tags. We have a typed, this is an original typed, is it a letter? Yes, this is a letter. This is an original letter from 1918. So this must be from her boyfriend. Lovingly yours. So this is a letter from her boyfriend. This is a repair tag that I stuck in, and a piece of writing paper. That all goes in here. This is coffee dyed fabric. And this is typed. I don't know if I mentioned, but that was a typed letter from 1918. Nice. And this sticks right up here. This is from Nordic Moon Magic. Nordic Moon, something like, I always get it mixed up, but these beautiful papers, she has different sceneries, and they're absolutely beautiful. Here's some vintage crocheted trim over here that was coffee stained. On this side, we have another one of those vintage flower book tags. We have a 1945, maybe, and that's from an oil company from 1945. This I liked because this was a card, and I liked it because it had the sort of an attic scene on it, so I had to include that, and that's beautiful writing space there. And this is, let's see if I see a date on here, 1955. And it is a, oh, it's from a dental laboratory from 1955. I know it can't be from that age. It can't be too bad of, I was wondering what the teeth looked like from that time, but that's not too Well, to me, that's not too far away, so it might be for some. So that all tucks right in there. This is the grungy pocket that we made together. And this is the grungy postcard that we made together. I don't know if you remember, but we did that together on a video. And that is a postcard on the back. And that sticks right in there. Like so. Some more coffee dyed paper with some vintage fabric. This picture is from the kit, and this is from the kit, and this is in the back is an attic picture that I turned into a journal card. That fits right there. And on this side, this is from the kit, and this is an original Western Union telegraph. And this is from 1946. Received money okay. Thanks a million. All right. It's a Reverend Nash. A Reverend Nash. And he received his money okay. So, there you go. In 1946. And that goes right in here. The other side of that crocheted catalog paper, coffee dyed paper, I should say. This is, let's see, hard to come out evidently. Oh, because I was holding on to it. This is a book page from Roxy Creations. This is a piece of Tim Holtz cardstock. This is a copy. This is a photocopy of the handwriting, the pages of handwriting that I received. And this is a ledger from the digital kit. And that all goes in here. Did I have it all in here? Something like that. And the book page. And that tucks all in here. Now this, the cutting along this edge here, I did that on purpose because I wanted it to look ratty-tatty. So, you know, maybe a mouse tried eating it or whatever, but that is done on purpose. And this came from the digital kit here. Here is an original ledger page from, I don't know if can't be 1899, can it? It is. No. Yeah, I guess it is 1899. Wow. Nice. And this is from, this is a, looks like a receipt of some kind. Yeah, this is a receipt from 19 something 8. Really can't see it. Sorry. So this, all these little clips here came from Tim Holtz. See if I can slip that back underneath there. This is the other side of the children's page. This is the other side of the Tim Holtz cardstock with some fabric on the side. The ledger page. Here we have, this is another one of those digital prints. And back here we have, it looks like it is a Lorraine Lumber Company. And I liked this because it was all tattered, like a mouse had been after it. And this is from 1960, from the Lorraine Lumber Company. So evidently they had to get some lumber to work on their home. And this is a journal card that I made from the Attic Digital. That goes, whoops, right in here. This is a vintage picture from the digital, and underneath I have a 1844, some kind of receipt of some kind. And that that is a copy of an 1844 receipt. These came from the digital. Other side of that dictionary page, coffee dyed paper from Triple V, the line paper. This is a picture of the home that the attic is in. I don't know if you can see that very well. Picture of the home that the attic is in, and the a piece that came from the digital also, with some fabric here on the side. This is a piece of a digital to write on the back, and this is some kind of a drawing. This is an original, and it's a drawing of, I'm not sure, might say right here, but I can't read it. But anyway, it is an original, and whatever this is on this side, I don't know, maybe they were doodling on this side, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. This is an original drawing. Awesome. And it has another little bull clip on the top, and here is some more coffee dyed vintage fabric attached with a rusty pin, and that on the ticking, and this is the back of our cover. Love, love, love. This was so fun, guys. Loved it. Loved it, loved it. And she's pretty full. I don't know if I'm going to sell her or not yet. I'm kind of in love with it, being my first one, but you never know. I might just have it here for a few days and say, all right, let's put that in the Etsy shop. But yeah, I loved it. It is 9 by 6.5, and it's a single, like you know, it's a single signature with lots of goodies inside. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me today and flipping through my new Attic Finds journal with you. I hope you guys want to give it a try. It's very fun and very good to do if you're not used to working with grunge. So yeah, I had a blast putting this together, and I am getting ready to put together a blue one. So I will be trying this again. So eventually they will be in my Etsy shop, or something will eventually, but I do want to try it again because I had so much fun making it. So you guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will let you go. And Renee Wright, if you will give me your address down below in my email, I will send you last week's freebie. have a wonderful weekend. Stay healthy, safe, and blessed, and I will see you next time. Thank you, everybody.